Signalman Jack, the baboon who worked for the railroad and never made a mistake. In the late 1800s, James Wide, or Jumper Wide to his friends, was a double-leg amputee working on the railway line between Port Elizabeth and Cape Town in South Africa. Seems a bit cruel to nickname a double-leg amputee Jumper, but he had actually earned his name years before while he was working as a guard for the railway. He was known to jump and swing from car to car while working the line, hence the nickname Jumper, until one day he fell between two moving cars and lost his legs at the knees. And as the song goes, he ain't gonna jump no more. Having no legs was a bit of an obstacle on his career path as a guard, and White went unemployed for a while. Low though he was in physical form, he kept his spirits high, making a pair of peg legs and rejoining the railway, this time as a signalman at a small station in the town of Uitenhage. Although he was still able to walk with the aid of a crutch, Wide's mobility was greatly reduced. While he was able to perform his tasks as signalman, he lived half a mile away from the signal box, so the journey to and from work was a bit troublesome. Thus, he was inspired to build a small trolley with which he could wheel himself around on. James Wide worked like this for several years until one day he came across a life-changing scene at the Uitenhage marketplace, an ox cart that was being driven by a monkey. A baboon, to be exact. Wide was astonished and approached the owner. The owner explained the monkey was unusually intelligent, so he had trained him to do some basic tasks for him. This gave James an idea. With his restricted mobility, such a helper would make his life much easier. He persuaded the owner to sell him the monkey. Sounds like a pretty hard sell, giving away your trained monkey, but honestly, the amount of people who probably stopped this guy to ask about the working monkey probably negated any of the time saved by the monkey doing the work. It was probably less hassle for him to just do everything himself. And so James named the monkey Jack and took him to work with him every day. Jack soon became invaluable to James, learning to push and pull his trolley around, as well as providing companionship, alleviating the boredom and loneliness of working the signal box all day. And soon, Jack picked up other tasks. When an approaching train required more coal, it would sound the whistle 4 times to alert James, who would then fetch the keys to the coal shed and have them ready for the driver. Observing this, Jack eventually learned that 4 whistles was the signal to fetch the keys and started doing it himself. Wide even managed to teach Jack how to operate the railway signals, holding up a number of fingers to indicate which lever needed to be pulled. And suddenly, James Wide's job had become very easy, his workday probably being less intensive on him than an able-bodied signalman. From this point on, Jack was promoted from Jack the Baboon to Jack the Signalman. Isn't evolution amazing? He became a local celebrity, and passengers would sometimes toss him treats from the windows. James developed a unique bond with Jack, and the two became quite close. They came to enjoy their commute on the trolley, with Jack hopping on board for the ride when he had pushed the trolley to the top of a hill. Jack was reportedly given an official employment number and was paid 20 cents a day and half a bottle of beer weekly. Jack passed away in 1890 after developing tuberculosis. He worked the rails for 9 years without ever making a mistake, evidence that perfectionism may be more than just a human condition. Jack's skull is on display in the Albany Museum in Grahamstown, South Africa. If you ever find yourself in Grahamstown, South Africa, make sure to pay tribute to the best goddamn signalman to ever live. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe and bell icon.